A federal judge has thrown out Mark Meadows' year-old lawsuit over subpoenas from the House's January 6 Select Committee, concluding that the former White House chief of staff was constitutionally barred from bringing it in the first place. In a 27-page ruling issued Monday night, U.S. District Court Judge Carl Nichols said that the Constitution's Speech or Debate Clause, which prohibits lawsuits against lawmakers for anything associated with their legislative work, applied in the case of the committee's subpoenas to Meadows issued in the fall of 2021. The record makes clear that the challenged subpoenas are protected legislative acts, Nichols wrote in the decision. Meadows is likely to appeal the ruling, effectively putting his testimony out of reach for the January 6 Select Committee, which is slated to dissolve at the end of the year. Meadows' attorney, George Terwilliger, said, "We will review the decision carefully and consider any further steps that may be appropriate." The ruling, however, could have implications for many of the other suits filed against the January 6 committee by Trump allies, many of which have similarly landed in Nichols' court. It's a significant victory for the Select Committee, but in some ways it's a hollow one. The panel repeatedly told Nichols it had chosen not to assert its speech or debate immunity and wanted the judge, a Donald Trump appointee, to issue a more sweeping ruling on Trump's efforts to assert executive privilege over Meadows' testimony. A ruling in the committee's favor would have been an exclamation point in its 14-month investigation, underscoring the panel's urgent need to hear from Meadows, a central figure in Trump's effort to subvert the 2020 election. The panel has been seeking Meadows' testimony since September 2021, saying its evidence showed Meadows was a key participant in nearly every facet of Trump's scheme to seize a second term he didn't win. Meadows was involved in efforts to stoke distrust about the election results, coordinating with Trump's campaign about messaging and serving as a gatekeeper for some of Trump's outside advisors. He was on a January 4, 2021, phone call in which Trump urged Georgia election officials to find enough votes to help him win. And he was with Trump on January 6, 2021, when rioters breached the Capitol, and Trump waited hours to make a public statement, despite urgent pleas from allies and lawmakers.